Hello student, I Dr. R.D. Patil, Head Department of Zoology, Vasantra Naik, Arts, Science and Commerce College, Shada. Dear friends of the classes of BSc Zoology students, we already discussed about the uh, Zoology paper second, Zoo 302, that is biochemistry. In this course, we already discussed the unit number 3, that is we also included the specifically as a unit number 3 is the protein metabolism. We already discussed a few more topics in these units. Today we discuss about the metabolism of ammonia, the most important topic in the protein metabolism. First, dear friends, we know about what is mean ammonia. Ammonia is the constantly being liberated in the metabolism of ammonia acids and other nitrogenous compounds. At the physiological pH, ammonia exists as ammonia ion. So, in the specific process or metabolism of ammonia also takes place as a 4 steps to creating these processes. That is, first is the formation of ammonia. The production of ammonia occurs from the ammonia acids by transamination and deamination processes. Biogenic amino groups of purines and pyrimidines, and by the action of intestinal bacteria as urease on urea are in specific of the first step is the formation of ammonia in this process. Next, second is the transport and storage of ammonia. Now in this process or takes transport and storage of ammonia, despite of regular and constant production of ammonia from various tissues, its concentrate in the circulation is surprisingly low. That is, the level is 10 to 20 microgram per dl. This is mostly because the body has an efficient mechanism for ammonia NH3 transport and its immediate utilization for urea synthesis. The transport of ammonia mostly occurs in the form of glutamine or alanine and not as free ammonia. Alanine is important for NH3 transport from muscle to liver by glucose-alanine cycle. So this is the most important process in the transport of storage of the ammonia. Next, function of ammonia. Ammonia is not just a waste product of nitrogen metabolism. It is involved for the synthesis of many compounds in the body. These includes non-essential amino acids, purines, pyrimidines, amino sugars, asparagine, etc. Ammonia. Ions are very important to maintain acid-base balance in the body. So this is the functions of ammonia. Next, disposal of ammonia. The organism during the course of evolution have developed different mechanism for the disposal of ammonia from the body. Means the waste products which are released in the specific form of the body of this animal are different kinds of the adaptive mechanisms. That is, the animals in this regarded are the 3 different types like as follows. First is the aminotelics. Aminotelic, the aquatic animal dispose of ammonia in the surrounding water. Second is the uricotelic. In birds and reptiles, the ammonia is converted mostly in the uric acid. And third is the urotelic. In mammals, including human, convert ammonia to urea. Urea is a non-toxic and soluble compound, hence easily excreted. So this is a 3 types of the different kinds of mechanical or disposable ammonia from the body are three category of the animals, that is aminotelic, uricotelic, and urotelic. These kinds of this use. First, most important is the metabolism of ammonia. Ammonia is constantly liberated in the metabolism of ammonia acid and other nitrogenous compounds. Dear friends, at the physiological pH, ammonia exists NH3 and ions is the specific process of the metabolism of ammonia takes place in the following ways. That is NH3 ammonia is also formed to NH4 plus ion, exit ammonia ion at pH 7.4. Formation of ammonia, transport and storage of the ammonia. As this is steps to already discuss about the your next you. Next in these slides, that is the sources of ammonia. The ammonia also this also which type of the sources are to get, also glutamate, oxidative deaminations, glutamine, also apple storage are different kinds of the oxidative of monoamines by MAP amines sugars used to in intestines. Different kinds of the reactions are creating, that is serine, threonine, histidine, uroacetins. The all kinds of the pyruvates are used to as ammonia. The purine, pyrimidines, catabolisms are takes place in the sources of these slides. Next, this is the ammonia, which is used as a synthesis of glutamate and glutamine. Excreted in urine, acts as a buffer in kidney. Last is urea. Blood level is about 80 to 100 microgram per dl. Excess of ammonia is toxic to the body. So this is a these slides are to know the ammonia is conversion. Next, dear friends, metabolism of ammonia. Ammonia is constantly liberated in the metabolism of ammonia acid and other nitrogenous compounds at physiological pH. Ammonia exists as NH3 ions already discussed. Formation of ammonia. Ammonia acids by trans-deamination, biogenic amines, amino group of purines and pyrimidine catabolism by action of intestinal bacteria urease on urea are do the role for the formation of ammonia. We already discussed about the disposal of ammonia. We are given by the three categories of the animals, that is aminotelics, uricotelic, and urotelics. So this type of the animals already use. Urea is non-toxic, soluble of easily excreted in a disposal form, already discussed in the first slides. In a metabolism of ammonia, synthesis of glutamine and its conversion to glutamate, as this is a specific reaction. Glutamate, we have brain, that is C double bond, C double O minus CS2 CHNH3 plus CO minus is glutamates. We also extended to NH4 plus to H2O and ATP to ADP. One ATP molecules are released at the presence of the Mg plus 2 glutamate synthesis to inform the glutamate into glutamine, and specifically the glutamine also used in a glutaminase to convert liver, also released liberated by the NH4 plus and NS2O deamination procedure carried by these slides. Next is the role of glutamate. Glutamate is a storehouses of ammonia. It is present in the highest concentration in blood among the ammonium acid. Glutamine serves as a storage and transport form of NH3. Synthesis mostly occurs in liver, brain, and muscles. So this summary of ammonia metabolism. Metabolic process takes place in your schematic representation charts to intimating by the as a to last is the urea conversion, and this urea are mostly utilized in basically by the urea cycle. So this is a metabolism process that carry on diet, body protein, this alpha ketoglutarate, NAD, PA plus S, and release NH3 to also NH4 as a specific reaction. Urine and glutamine and glutamate also form to conversion by utilize this process by the in the metabolism of ammonia. Metabolism of ammonia is produced by all tissues during metabolism of a variety of compounds. ammonia is disposed of primarily by formation of urea in the liver. The level of ammonia in blood must be kept very low. Slightly elevated concentration, hyperammonia, are toxic to CNS, means central nervous system. That is, there must be mechanism by which ammonia is moved from peripheral tissues to the liver for disposal as urea. While this specific process of the stream times are also ammonia must be maintained of the level to specific as these reactions. Next is the metabolism of ammonia. Fate of ammonia. In fate of ammonia, this is ammonia is also ammonia of keto acids. Second is the ketoglutarate to glutamate. Third is the glutamate to glutamine. And fourth is the formation of urea. So this is the ammonia are converted into specific as the different forms in metabolism of ammonia. Transport and storage of ammonia we already discussed in your first slides. Next, ammonia acid metabolism is a specific cyclic representation takes place. The ammonia acid metabolisms takes place in a specific way to as in the steps of the integrated. So this is a schematic representation also same to metabolism of ammonia are the different kinds of processes. That is the metabolism NS3 to specific reaction, that is glutamine, also urea, urine, all kinds of the end products are producing by this mechanism. Next is the ammonia metabolism, the ways of ammonia formation. First is the oxidative deamination of the amino acids. So this is the glutamates, which are the chip base intermediates. Last is alpha ketoglutarate are formed. Deamine in second steps, deamination of physiologically active amines and nitrogenous bases. Third is the absorption of ammonia from intestine. Degradation of proteins by intestinal microorganisms results in the ammonia formation. And last fourth is the hydrolytic deamination AMP into the formed by dehydrogenase. Deaminase are the formed by the specific representation. That is also the slides to indicating the metabolism of ammonia we already discussed. The which sources the bacterial plants, the animal diets, protein, amino acid, NS3, glutamates, also human proteins in a specific way by the schematic representation. Toxicity of ammonia. In many more times, elevation of the blood ammonia concentration is harmful to the brain. Ammonia accumulation results in a slurring of speech and blurring of the vision and cause tremors. It may lead to coma, finally death if not corrected in the specific way. Ammonia is a toxic substances to plants and animals, especially for brain. Normal concentration 25 to 40 micro milligram micro ml plus 0.4 to 0.7 mg plus per liter. Ammonia must be removed from the organism. Terrestrial vertebrates synthesize urea excreted by the kidney. Eutectic organisms, thus reptiles synthesize uric acid. Urea formation takes place in the liver. As a specific to important role by the ammonia. In metabolism of ammonia, already discussed these slides. Let us transport of ammonia already discuss to the next slides to the liver. Two mechanisms are available in humans for the transport of ammonia from the peripheral tissues to the liver for its ultimate conversion to urea. The first, found in most tissues, uses glutamine synthesis to combine ammonia with glutamate to form glutamine, a non-toxic transport form of ammonia. The glutamate is transported in the blood to the liver, where it is cleaved by glutaminase to produce glutamate and free ammonia. Next, after completion by the metabolism of ammonia, that is a decarboxylation. Decarboxylation is a chemical reaction that removes a carboxyl group and releases carbon dioxide, CO2. Usually Decarboxylation refers to a reaction of carboxylic acid removing a carbon atom from a carbon chain. The reverse processes, which is the first chemical step in photosynthesis, is called a carboxylation. The addition of CO2 to a compound. Following are some examples of decarboxylation: amino acid with their corresponding amines. These includes. So this is a specific processes by the decarboxylation. In this process, that is so next is that is in following are the some examples of decarboxylating amino acid with their corresponding amines. These includes tyramine in a figure in a 3.7 it is a formula from tyrosine by tyrosinic decarboxylation causing elevation of blood pressure. The processes of tyramine formation occurs in gut by the action of bacterial actions. So this tyramine. Next, second B is a tryptamine. Tryptamine is formed in the amino acid tryptophan by the enzyme tryptophan decarboxylase present in mammalian kidney, present in the mammalian kidney, liver, and bacteria for gut involving B6PO4 as a coenzyme. The derivative of 5-OH tryptamine is serotonin, a tissue hormone. It is also increase blood pressure. So this is a tryptamine. Next, C, histamine. The enzyme is studied decarboxylase in presence of the coenzyme B6PO4 catalyzes the conversion of histidine to histamine. It has following features. This is produced in the gut by bacterial decarboxylation of histidine. Histamine is also produced by gastric mucosa cells and histaminergic neurons of the central nervous system. In the hypothalamus, it acts as a neurotransmitter. It serves as an anaphylactic and inflammatory agents in the response to antigen. It is formed in injured tissue. The liberation of histamine excessively is related to traumatic shock. Its elevated level depresses blood pressure and large doses causes extreme vascular collapse. This increased plasma level of histamine is found in patients with antigen-induced bronchial asthma. The anaphylactic reactions of histamine are mixed by promethazine and mepyramine, which blocks H1 receptors, and scimetidine. The blockers of H2 receptors reduce the gastric acidity in peptic ulcer patients. In the kidney, enzyme histaminases oxidatively deaminates histamine to B-imidazole acetylaldehyde, which is further oxidized in the liver by aldehyde oxidase to form beta-imidazole acetic acid, which is excreted in the urine being conjugated with ribose. So this process are carried on by the decarboxylation. Fourth, D is a GABA. So this is a gamma aminobutyric acids. GABA is principally formed in central nervous CNS, central nervous system, in gray matter from glutamate by the catalytic activity of the enzyme glutamate decarboxylase with B6PO4 as coenzyme. GABA has following characteristic features. It acts as a normal, regular, or neuronal activity being activate as an inhibitor. It is released in the axon terminals of neurons in gray matter and acts as an inhibitor in neurotransmitters. The vitamin pyridoxine, vitamin B6 deficiency forms GABA in less amount leading to neuronal hyperexcitability and conversion. GABA is metabolized to form succinic semialdehyde by deamination in presence of B6B4 as a coenzyme and ammonia removed as transmitted to alpha ketoglutarate forming more glutamides. So this is a specifically the tables to indicate 3.1 amino acids with their decarboxylation products. That is, amino acids and decarboxyl products are creating. This is a tryptophan with a tryptamine. Phenylalanine is a phenylethylene amine. Serine ethanolamine. Glutamic acid GABA. Lysine cardioverine. Arginine argimetine. Threonine propanoglamine, cysteine, B melastic form, also cysteine, B mercaptoethanolamine. Next is the topics in the most important as the urea cycle. So this is most important in this chapters as this topic. Urea is the end products we already discussed. Urea is the end product of the protein metabolism, amino acid metabolism. The nitrogenous of amino acid converted to ammonia to toxic and even small amounts will damage the nervous system. Therefore, it is converted to urea, which is non-toxic and is excreted through urine by kidneys. So, in a urea cycle, urea is synthesized in the liver and transported to kidneys excretion in urine. Synthesis, transport, and excretion of urea is called as urea cycle. That is the synthesis, transport, and excretion of urea is called urea cycle. Urea cycle is the first metabolic cycle that was elucidated by Hans Krebs and Kurt Henlist 1932. Hence, it is also called as a Krebs-Henschlitt cycle. Urea has two amino NH2 groups, one derived from NH3 and the other from aspartate carbon atom is coupled by CO2. Urea synthesis is a 5-step cyclic process with 5 distinct enzymes. The urea synthesis is a 5-step cyclic process with 5 distinct enzymes. The first 2 coenzymes are present in the mitochondria, while the rest is located in the cytosol. That is the first in the mitochondria and second is the cytosol. Mitochondria and cytosol. So this is a 2 process that takes place in the specific way. The first way process, that is the first, is the synthesis of carbonyl phosphate. So this first, that is synthesis of carbonyl phosphates. In this process, second is the formation of citrulline. Third is the synthesis of arginosuccinate. Fourth is the cleavage arginosuccinate and formation of urea. This is in the 5 stages. That is, first is the synthesis of carbonyl phosphate. Carbonyl phosphate synthesis first, CPS first of the mitochondria catalyzes and condensation of NH4 plus ions with CO2 to form carbonyl phosphate. This step is irreversible, rate limiting, and consumes 2 ATP. CPS required. Second is the formation of citrulline. Third is the cleavage of arginosuccinate, formation of urea. These are 5 steps. In the specific way, this controlling the urea cycle in ammonia plus CO2 carbonyl phosphates to creating this cycle, that is a urea cycle NH2CH2 urea. Overall, the specific way, this is the urea cycles are takes place in the schematic representation by the completion of this U. So this in urea cycle, the general way of amino acid degradation, that is transamination, deamination, decarboxylation. The major site of ammonia acid degradation is the liver. Biosynthesis of urea. Urea's biosynthesis occurs in the 4 stages. We already discussed in the specific process by the slides. This is the urea cycles takes place in the specific way, also as the schematic representation by the urea cycle. We have the overall reactions and energetics. The urea cycle is irreversible and consumes 4 ATP. 2 ATP are utilized for the synthesis of carbonyl phosphate. 1 ATP is converted to AMP and PPI to produce arginosuccinate, which equals 2 ATP. Hence, 4 ATP are actually consumed in the overall energetics. NH4 plus CO2 plus aspirate plus 3 ATP are converted to urea plus fumarate plus 2 ADP plus 2 phosphate plus AMP plus PPI. So this is a mainly as an energetic formation that takes place by the in the urea cycle. The regulation of the urea cycle. This is metabolic regulation of the urea cycle. The first reaction catalyzed by the carbamol phosphate synthesis first in capital CPS first as a rate limiting reactions or committed step in urea synthesis. CPS first is allosterically activated by N-acetyl glutamate. It is synthesized from glutamate and acetyl coenzyme A by synthetase and degraded by a hydrolase. The rate of urea synthesis in liver is correlated with the concentration of N-acetyl glutamate. The consume of the specific carbamate phosphate synthesis first is glutamate dehydrogenase are localized in the mitochondria. They coordinate with each other in the formation of NH3 and its utilization for the synthesis of carbamyl phosphate. The remaining 4 enzymes of urea cycle are mostly controlled by the concentration of their respective substrates. So this is a regulation processes takes place in the urea cycle. Next is the disposal of urea. We already discussed in the different way, that is animal groups are uricotelic, urotelic, which is all kinds of the amnotelics. So the disposal of urea produced in the liver freely diffuses and is transported in blood to kidneys and excreted. A small amount of urea enters the intestine where it is broken down to CO2 and NH3 by the bacterial enzyme urease. This ammonia is either lost in the feces or absorbed into the blood. In renal failure, the blood urea level is elevated, uremia, resulting in diffusion of more urea into intestine and its breakdown to NH3. Hyperammonia or increased blood ammonia is commonly seen in patients of kidney failure. For these patients, oral administration of antibiotics like neomycin is advised to kill intestinal bacteria. So in this way, this is a disposal of urea. Next is the metabolic disorders of urea cycle. So in the metabolic defects associated with each of the 5 enzymes of urea cycle have been represented in the following tables. All the disorders invariably lead to build up in blood ammonia, leading to toxicity. Other metabolites of urea cycles are also accumulate, which however depends on the specific enzyme defects. The clinical symptoms associated with defects in urea cycle enzyme includes vomiting, lethargy, irritability, ataxia, and mental retardations are takes place in the specifically by the disorders of the urea cycle. So in last topic, that is in a clinical importance of blood urea. In this way, in healthy people, the normal blood urea concentration is 10 to 14 mg per dl. Higher protein intake marginally increases blood urea level. However, this is well within normal range. About 15 to 30 gram of urea is excreted in urine per day. Blood urea estimation is widely used as a screening test for the evaluation of kidney renal function. It is estimated in the laboratory either by urease method or diacetylmonazamine (DAM). This specific procedure. Elevation in blood urea may be broadly classified into following three categories. That is the how many range of the urea are also disposal or excreted in the form of the urea or urine. So this broadly classified in the following three categories. That is, first is pre-renal. In pre-renal, this is associated with increased protein breakdown, leading to a negative nitrogen balance as observed after major surgery, prolonged fevers, diabetes, coma, thyrotoxicos, etc. In leukemia and bleeding disorders, also blood urea is elevated. Next, second is the renal. In renal disorder like acute glomerulus nephritis, chronic nephritis, nephrosclerosis, polycystic kidney, blood urea is increased. And third is the post-renal. Whenever there is an obstruction in the urinary tracts, example tumors, stones, enlargement of prostate gland, etc., blood urea is elevated. This is due to increased reabsorption of urea from the renal tubules. So in this way, the term uremia is used to indicate increased blood urea levels due to renal failure. Agitomia reflects a condition with elevation in blood urea or other nitrogen metabolites which may or may not be associated with the renal disease. So in this way, dear friends, the most important role of the urea cycle takes place in the living animal body, that is also as a metabolism of ammonia. In fevers, the all kinds of the overall reaction on energetics, regulation of urea cycle, disposal of urea, metabolic disorders of urea cycle, clinical importance of the blood urea is most important point of view. Lastly, the uremia is used to indicate increased blood urea levels in the renal failure cases. Many more time your kidney is normal function is disturbed, we are not proper works. At this time, the secretion or also excretion of the urea from the outside of the body is not controlling. We also abnormal process. So in this way, the urea cycle will be disturbed. Dear friends, in this way, your third unit will be completed. Your last unit will be remaining. This unit is the enzyme. Dear friends, we completed the 3 units of the zoology paper second Zoo 302 biochemistry in a protein metabolism. All kinds of the processes are mostly to completed in these 3 chapters. Dear friends, in next units or last unit, that is unit number 4 is enzyme. In this unit, we detail discuss about this topic. Dear friends, also in your shortly the fate of ammonia, mainly we have the different roles, that is also disorder. We will discuss about the in a next slides. Ammonia, which is very toxic in the body, is converted to urea, which is non-toxic, very soluble and readily excreted by the kidneys, particularly affects the central nervous system. The level of ammonia in the blood must be kept low because even slightly elevated concentrations are toxic. So it is simply to creating the urea cycles which starting by the living animal body. Dear friends, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.